going on, family? It's Wellness Wednesday, and you already know we have an exciting episode for you today, and we have a special guest. So don't go anywhere. It's Speak Your Success in the Morning. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, successors? Today is June 25th, 2025. It's a great day to be alive. And y'all, today is Wellness Wednesday. All right. Wellness Wednesday, excited for what we have for you today. We got Damani Anderson in the virtual building, and we're going to get to that conversation in just a little bit. But before we kick this show off, before we get rolling, y'all know we got to bring out our co-host. Coming out, producer Britt, talk to the people. How you feeling?
I'm good. Hello. Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy
What's going on,
Wednesday.
man? How you
Man,
doing? You get that
man,
same good
I'm
sleep you did
cool.
last night? Other night?
It was all right. It was all right last night. It was all right. It wasn't as good as the night before, but hey, we're not tripping. We're not
All
tripping. We
right.
just
All
rolling.
right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you
yeah,
rolling.
yeah,
What'd you have for dinner?
yeah. Wow, last night. So last night I ran it back. So since we cooked the day before meal prep, we had some of that
Mm-hmm.
chicken, that pasta, had good little sauce with it, a
Yeah,
little bit
y'all
of
be
spinach
meal
on
prepping
top.
over there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you save time, and then when you save that time, it's like get time back.
Oh.
It's like you stealing time. You don't meal prep nothing ever?
I may
Okay.
cook a large pot of something and then just have leftovers for a couple of days. But I think
Mm,
my
yeah.
mind, when it comes to meal prepping, like especially meal prepping chicken, like, do you cook the chicken or you just wait to that day to cook it? Like you cook it
Nah, we
for the
cook it.
whole.
Same. Nah, we cook. So okay, so we when we do meal prep, we don't do that like what you see on Instagram. You see 65 containers, and then you see them
Right, right,
people
right,
slicing.
right, right.
No, 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 no.
That's
It's just like
extreme.
you said. Like we cook a large something, and then we take that large something, and then we just divvy it up in the other container. I still consider that meal prep if we got leftovers, and we still can repurpose that meal. Then we're
Oh,
gonna run that
okay.
back. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess I do that. I just don't do that with chicken. That's all.
You need to cook the chicken the day of, like day
I don't
of, cook
like,
that chicken,
yeah,
and
I
then.
don't like warmed up chicken. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's okay. Fair enough. You
yeah,
got you. I
but
mean, hey, everybody got their things. Hey, not
yeah.
you don't like chicken warm. That's why. I mean, for me, I don't
Like in the
like.
microwave. I don't like how it tastes in the microwave.
Are you talking about fried chicken? Or are you talking about just chicken? Period. In the
Chicken.
microwave.
This chicken in the
Huh.
microwave is a different
Huh.
taste. Rubber. It's giving rubber.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, fried chicken for sure. You got to run that through the air fryer. But if I'm really hungry, I don't care. 30 seconds in the microwave. Let's
Yeah.
get it going. Let's get it
Yeah.
going.
30
It's whatever.
seconds. That is so crazy.
30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute. It don't, hey, however long it need to be. It's just quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I had some
Yeah,
shrimp
just zap it.
pasta and some crab cakes.
You made the crab
Mm.
cakes?
Nah, I got them at when I went shopping with my mom the other
Oh, okay.
day. I was like, oh, crab cakes, two for $3. I'll take it.
Were they like quarter size crab cakes? Or
They
are we
were
talking like silver dollar type size crab cake? Like sand
we're
dollar size?
talking
Big boys.
they
Cause
were nice and they're about that
okay,
big.
okay.
About that
Okay.
thick.
Crab cake. Okay. That's a
It's-
that's a crab cake. That's a
It
good
was
crab cake.
good. And then I
Okay.
made, I always make my sauces. So I made a sauce and
Gotta have
then
a good sauce on there.
yeah, shrimp. I love buying the shrimp already peeled and deveined. It is like chef's kiss for me because I
That's the
don't have
one.
time. I don't have time doing all that. I ain't got time all that with your
I'm
fingers.
with
I
you.
don't have.
I'm with you.
I don't have time for it because I understand why people like. Oh, okay, well the one that's not deveined, that one is a little less, and then the peeled and deveined is a little more. I always pay a little more because
Yeah,
I
you
can
gotta
just
pay
do it
for that
myself.
effort.
Yeah.
Speaking of seafood, I'm gonna say this, and I know we're gonna transition to shrimp
Okay.
from
Yeah. Yeah.
source.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But man, so I don't know. I've been on this Red Lobster thing. I was talking with Gabby last night. I was
Oh
like,
my
hey,
gosh.
I mean, Red Lobster, because I watched the commercial. There's a commercial of the new CEO, and like
Uh-huh,
he's
I
slapping the
saw it.
stuff out the stuff and walking
Yeah.
through. He's like, yeah, like they even got the phrase like "plenty under 20." And he was like,
Yeah.
we changing this, changing that. I'm like, we gonna have to pull up the red. He got me. I'm gonna have to pull up just to see what Red Lobster really talking about
Yeah, I need
with
y'all to
these
go this
seafood boil
weekend so
bags.
we can talk about it. I need y'all to go as soon as
Oh,
possible.
we'll see.
Cause I already saw
Okay,
people on TikTok, I got the Marner's
okay,
boil. I added this. You can add a little Parmesan sauce. Apparently, that's a popular
um,
one. So
okay,
you can jazz it up and do whatever you need to.
okay,
So I'm a little
okay,
excited myself. I might not go this
okay.
weekend, but I'm gonna go soon. I agree with you because I saw the
Fair
commercial
enough.
too, and I was like, wow, they're really doing this.
They really doing that thing, man. And I see him; he was looking real crispy because I like we talked about yesterday. It reminded me of when I worked at Red Lobster. He had on that clean, white, crispy button down.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Boy, looking like a manager on the floor." Hold on.
Right.
So
That's funny.
yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna check
All
it out. I'm
right.
gonna check it
All
out,
right.
and then
Well,
we'll
let's check
report
out
back.
what you got. Let's check out what you got in the Bible. Okay, straight from the source. Here we go.
Straight from the source. Okay, straight from the source. Today we're coming from the book of James, chapter 1. And we're gonna start from verse 2, and we're just gonna go on down. And today, what I want to talk about is really getting our mindset right, because so often when we encounter different challenges in life, or when we come up against whatever we come up against, because as just going through our day to day, wherever you are, you're going to face some challenges, you're going to face some struggles, and y'all, we have to know how to handle and how to deal with these things, right? And that's why I'm excited today. That's why we have on Damani Anderson, because he is also going to really coach us through as we talk, maximizing our mental health. But today in our scripture, in our text, the text reads, "Consider it all joy, my brothers and sisters, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete and lacking nothing. But if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God for let him ask God, who gives to all generously without reproach, and it will be given to him. But he must ask in faith without doubting. For the one who doubts is like the surf of the sea, driven and tossed by wind. For that person ought not to expect that he will receive anything from the Lord." And we have to have endurance, right? We have to have endurance. We have to have stamina in this life. And the reason that we have to is because if not, like going to the top of the text where it says, "Consider it all joy." There are so many times where I can account in my life. And if I sat here and thought for a second, there are many times I can account in the past 7 days to where like I was hit with a version of adversity, or I got into it with somebody, had maybe a verbal back and forth, and knowing that getting in this situation, always have two decisions to make, and the one decision is, this person went off on me, this person said what they need to say, and I can bark back at them. And then we're going to go back and forth, back and forth. But that's not going to be productive, and that's not going to be conducive so that I can elevate as an individual, but also in that relationship. But what happens when somebody is going in, but then we have the opportunity to take a step back and say, you know what? This person might not be having the best day. This person might be struggling with something right now, and understanding that that's a trial for them, but this is also an opportunity for me, right? So we want to begin to look at situations as opportunities, because in order for us to do that, then we'll be able to have a longer, or a clearer perspective to consider things all joy. Just like James says in the book, consider it all joy when you face various trials. Consider it all joy when you have a rough day. Consider it all joy because you have the ability to where when you fall short, that like you and me, we won't lack anything, right? Just like it says in the text here. And but one of my favorite parts is, but if you lack wisdom, you can ask God for it, and He'll give it generously. Has anybody ever been there before, to where like you're struggling and you don't know what's the right decision? Y'all, for me, I'll be honest. For me, uh, the past few weeks, like it's been overwhelming for me. Even there's the time where I'm rocking my baby and trying to get baby Judah to go to sleep. I'm like, baby Judah, go to sleep, son, go to sleep, go to sleep. And I'm like, God, please help me. Like, this is what it looks like when you don't have wisdom for the situation. I'm like, I mean, I've been a father before, right? I have another baby boy, but at the same time, I'm like, God, what does this boy need? I don't know what he needs. Please help me. Like, give me some insight. And then, then I'll start rocking him or different things like that to just try to be able to pull from not only experience, but also leaning into the faith, right? Leaning into our faith. Because down at the bottom of the verse where it says, for the one who doubts is like a surf of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. Have you ever been in a situation to where you're trying to navigate through something that you haven't experienced before? You um you don't know many people who've been here, but at the same time you got people looking up to you. Y'all, hey, that's where I am often, okay? First time being married, right? But then even beyond that, there's just some things that my wife may be looking for me to provide insight to that I may not have it. And I'd be like, what am I supposed to do right here? Can anybody can anybody feel me on that? So understanding that this is where I really have to tap into my faith. Like, God, I'm not doubting, but I'm unsure, right? I don't know what you need from me here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what's the right decision. And that's the biggest thing for me when it comes to faith. I always want to make the right decision. So sometimes that can leave me stuck because I want to make the right decision before I get started because I don't want to have to do it again, do it over, anything like that. So, right here, where it says, the one who doubts is like the surf of sea driven and tossed by the wind. I never want to get to a point where a guy's looking at me. He's like, John, why did you doubt me? John, I was trying to give you the way to navigate, but you were unsure, you were uncertain. So this is the part where I really have to lean in. And I would encourage you as well to lean in because being a man, being a father, being a husband, there are times we have to lean in because we don't always know what to do. It might seem like it. We don't always know what to do. But at the same time, not always knowing what to do is never an excuse for not doing anything. So, family, today, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage me. I want to encourage us to one, consider it all joy when you come into a challenging situation to where you can move forward despite what the elements and what's happening around you. But even beyond that, if you feel like you don't have the wisdom, you don't have the insight, you don't have the information, then I'm going to also encourage you to lean in and just be like, God, who can help me? God, what can I do? How can I progress? Because I don't want to doubt, but help my unbelief. Help me to make it through. But family, that has been straight from the source this morning. I hope you're enjoying our show. Hope you're rocking with us. Go ahead, hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, so YouTube can see that you appreciate and enjoy this content. And family, we're going to be right back with more Speaker Success in the Morning after this quick commercial break. Are you a new or budding entrepreneur looking to set your business up for success? Profit Mode is here to help you navigate your entrepreneurial journey with expert education and services. From tax planning and bookkeeping to selecting the right business structure, Profit Mode has you covered. They'll even educate you on how to properly set up your business for building credit so you can grow with confidence. Profit Mode's mission is to provide you with the tools and guidance you need to establish a solid foundation for your business. Whether you're just getting started or you're ready to take the next step, we're here to support your goals. Let Profit Mode help you turn that entrepreneurial dream into a reality with the knowledge and services to back it up. Your success starts with the right foundation. Contact Profit Mode today to get started. Family, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to Speak Your Success in the Morning. We're currently 14 minutes after the hour, and we're just gonna keep on rolling, gonna keep on rocking. Producer Britt, you camouflaged over there. You hiding now?
Oh my gosh.
Can't even
Why
see
would
you. You know what I'm saying? Can't even see you over there, girl. Camouflaged down, tied down, tied down.
I'll be forgetting. I mean, like, it's just so early. You're like, all right, let me get my shirt. And I just so happen to get a green shirt. Didn't mean to be
Yeah.
the floating head over here.
You
But
don't look like a floating head. Oh my goodness.
I mean the green and the green. Oh my gosh. It's
I
just
mean, you're early
adorable.
for St. Patrick's Day for next year, you know?
Hey, that's my mama birthday.
What up, mama? What up, mama? What up, mama?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, man.
yeah. All right, man.
Yeah,
Introduce our
yeah.
guest. Let's get into it.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. Go ahead and get into it, man. So I'm really excited for today's guest, Mr. Damani Anderson. This brother here, man, it's just a true personality, real down to earth type guy. Got the bachelor's in psychology, got the bachelor's in social work. I just get excited. Got the bachelor's in social work from Clark Atlanta. Stand up ATL. Got the master's in marriage and family therapy from Abilene Christian. 15
Mm.
plus years, producer Britt, 15 plus years in the mental health and just doing community work overall.
Mm-hmm.
He's the creator of My Big Black Therapist, which he kicked off in 2023. And he's
Love
a
it.
husband and a proud girl dad of two. Man, without further ado, y'all welcome Mr. Damani Anderson to Speak Your Success in the Morning. How you feeling, brother? How you doing? Oh, you muted. You muted.
There we go. Can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Loud,
There
loud
we
and
go.
clear. Loud and clear.
Excellent. It's early. It is early.
It is
We
early.
speaking we speaking our success early in the morning. I like it. I like the concept of it because
Yeah, most
that's the
definitely.
only thing we can do this early.
Right,
Are you
right.
usually not a morning person? You usually roll into the day a little bit later.
Oh no, I'm a morning person. My daughter usually wakes up around 6:30, but now yeah, both my girls usually around 6:30. But I don't turn my brain on until 7:30.
Uh,
So
Mm.
I'm typically in robot mode. But now it's like, oh, I got to turn it. I see the energy that y'all already bringing. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Well, I got
Yeah,
to turn
we
this
up.
thing up. So
Yeah, we up.
yeah, fair enough. Fair
That's
enough. Yeah,
good.
I
Yeah,
like it. I
yeah.
like. Oh yeah, and then Damani, for the people that don't know, like where you originally from? Like where you at now?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. So I'm originally a Georgia boy. My wife and I were both from Atlanta, Georgia area. Grew up there, and then we transitioned out here to Dallas, Texas, about 9 years ago. She is a medical doctor, and she did her residency out here at what is it, Parkland Hospital, UT Southwestern.
Oh, uh-huh.
So once she completed her residency training, we decided that we're gonna move forward with staying on this side of town, this side of the city. We really enjoy Dallas, and God has been good to us out here. So once we got this land out here in Waxahachie, we said we ain't going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
So
Y'all out there.
we
Okay,
kind of,
nice.
yeah, we set roots out here, and we've been rocking out here ever since.
Wow. Congratulations. That's great.
Thank
I like
thank
it.
you.
I like it. I like. Yeah, yeah, Damani, y'all have a beautiful house though, and y'all are
Appreciate
sitting on y'all sitting on a good piece of land though. Sitting on a good piece of land.
it. Yeah, a
But
little bit of something.
yeah, man. Yeah. Damani, just talk with us a little bit about like because I know we're still in June, still men's mental health awareness month. Uh but before really dive in to everything like that, like I know that you well first let's just talk about what like really inspired you to pursue this career in mental health. Like I'm curious about that.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. So I grew up as an only child. Grew up with my grandparents. My mother didn't live with me. Well, actually, at the age of 4, moving up, she didn't live with me, and I didn't know my father. I met him about 7 years ago when I turned 30.
Mhm.
So at that moment, I felt like I was just an only child, and I mean that's how I grew up as an only child. And so I've always had a desire to help others. I've always had a desire to pour into other people. And first, it started off with social work. Once I graduated from high school, I said, okay, hey, I can do social work where I actually, connect with people, try to help people as much as possible. I wanted to start a mentoring program, actually.
Mm.
And once I got into college, I did Big Brothers Big Sisters program
Mm.
with my little. and got my bachelor's in social work, and then I transitioned over working for the Department of Family and Children Services, which is, if you want to do social work, you jump in there and you really gonna get some experience. And
Yeah, that's that real life.
yeah, once I
Yeah.
got in there, I did that for about 2.5 years. Did the night unit, day unit. I It was a lot, and I found out that I was only limited, especially with the bachelor's degree and also with the position. I was only
Mm,
limited to being a case manager, in which primarily I wasn't having the ability to have the impact the way that I felt called to do.
Mm.
But
mhm,
in that, I realized that one of the biggest challenges that we're having is a nuclear family. Um, and one of the many challenges is within the nuclear family, coming together, staying together, working
Mm.
together, moving in harmony. And I really wanted to challenge and process that because, I could have got my master's in social work and kind of went that route, but marriage and family therapy was what drew me because it's a family systems lens in which we look at things from a family, a system perspective where we say everything is connected through your upbringing, everything is connected
Mhm.
through childhood,
mhm,
and it could be related back. And that really drew to me because I wanted to process my own traumas, process my
Mhm.
own life,
Mhm.
figure out how did I
mhm,
come out the person that I came out to be, but also help my community and specifically work with black men, work with our black boys and our couples. Those are my three main ones that I'm very passionate about. And that's kind of what got me into this space of being a social worker. And then I moved over. I mean, being a therapist, a marriage and
Mhm.
family
mhm,
therapist, and then I moved to my big black therapist because challenging implicit biases. Jonathan, you got some height on you as well. I'm sure everybody, as soon as they see you, one of the first things they ask is, "What sport did you play? Did you play basketball? Did you do this?" That's what I hear
uh-huh,
on my whole life. But for me,
always.
Mm.
I began to live that life for everybody else. So when I played sports, it was because my uncle wanted me to do. It was because other people wanted me
Mm,
to do. I wasn't really passionate about it. I actually sing, so I got a vocal scholarship singing to Clark Atlanta University. I'm on my praise team
uh-huh,
now. I've
uh-huh.
sung my whole life, and that's what I'm passionate about. But I put up sports and live this facade so that everybody else could like me or so that I
Mm,
could feel accepted by everybody else.
Mhm.
And I wanted to learn how to move in my authenticity and not allow my size to determine where I should move and how I should move. And thus, that's when God put on my big black therapist to
Wow.
really challenge implicit biases, challenge people's thoughts of when you hear the words big and black, what are the first things you think of, and why is that? And how can we learn to accept people and not automatically assume they have something, they do something based upon how they look. So
mm,
that's
Mm.
everything in a nutshell.
Wow, that's great.
yeah.
That's great. So, when you were doing that, you don't have to get deep into it, but when you were doing the social work for kids,
Hmm.
how well, I don't want to say draining, but how did that just wear and tear on you?
Oh no, you're right. It's draining. It's
Okay.
definitely draining because when I worked, we were under a Kenny A. Smith. So I worked in Atlanta, Georgia,
Mhm.
at Fulton County,
Mhm.
and Fulton
Mm.
County is the largest county in the state of Georgia,
Mhm.
and it spans from it's about I guess y'all don't know the logistics, but let's say it spans from
I think
Waxahachie
Jonathan
all the way
does.
up to
Jonathan does. He was down there for a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
little
went.
bit of time in Atlanta,
Yeah.
Cobb County. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
There we go. Yeah. So, but it spans from what we equivalent from Waxahachie to what is it, Farmers Branch, or
Oh,
all the
okay.
way up. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's
Mhm.
how long it expanded. Like it ran right in the
Wow.
middle of Atlanta, and it was just so it was only like 20 to maybe like 10 or 15 case managers
Mhm.
versus that whole
Mm,
county. And
Jeez.
it was at one point where I had over 150 kids on my caseload,
Mhm.
and I would literally have to take a child. And if you take a child into custody,
Mhm.
that is a whole day process.
I
That's going
bet.
to court. That's dropping
mhm,
them off. That's getting them checked out at the doctor's office. That
Mhm.
at the hospital, not even doctors. At the
Mhm.
hospital, it's a lot of work. And then I would have a case. While having that case, I get another immediate case that I would have to meet up through at the top of town. So it was very
mm,
draining. It was a
Gotcha.
lot on this because these are children. had so many issues, so
Mhm.
many problems that needed to be poured into, and there was only so much that I could do. There was only
Gotcha.
so much that we could do, and we had the ability to do. And I found myself detaching myself and becoming desensitized, even in my own life with my family.
Mhm.
Uh, well, she's
Wow.
my wife now, but when my girlfriend, like, she would say something to me, I wouldn't. I'm like, you know how much I've seen? Like, I've
Yeah.
literally seen
Yeah.
rape
Oh man.
victims. I've literally seen, murder victims. I literally have
Mhm.
taken in, children on the spectrum,
Yeah.
cystic
Mhm.
fibrosis. Like, I've done so much. So when, she would explain, or family would explain stuff that's going on with me,
Mhm.
I wouldn't even, I was detached from any
Mm.
feelings and
Yeah.
emotions, because
Yeah.
if you become too attached to the children and to the process, you will literally fall right into it, and go.
Right.
It'll be too draining. So
Yeah.
that was
And
an
at an early
experience.
age, right?
My goodness.
Yeah,
At an early age.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, that was, man, I was like, man, cuz um our school of social work, I went to school at Barry University in Miami, and our school of social work was like very big on campus, and just hearing those stories of what, you all go through when you have to deal with the kids, and just studying that
Mhm.
whole process, I just know that it's draining. But go ahead, Jonathan. Mhm.
Well, no, I mean, I was just trying to think and just trying to imagine, like, how do you still stay recharged, and how do you stay, like, how do you continue to still do this work, knowing that you're
All
showing up
that's
on a daily
happening.
basis, and
Mhm.
yeah, there's, like you said, there's like 150 kids. Talk to us, Damani. How do you keep going?
Well, as you can see, I'm no longer there. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
one of the things that, being organized, and also taking mental health days. Like, I
Mhm.
had to ensure and had to have a very candid conversation, with my supervisors and everyone. Like, hey, if I take a child in and we go through that whole process, I'm not working the next day. Like, I'm not, I'm
Mm.
taking,
Feel that.
I would take, literally schedule out at least almost once a month a mental health day to
Mhm.
just breathe and process, because it is a lot. And then also recognizing that, you know, you go, especially when it comes down to social work and all of these things, nobody's going in it for the money. Anybody's saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna become a social worker so I can make millions of dollars.
Right.
We're going in it because we have a
True, true.
passion and a love and a care for the
Mhm.
for the family, for the community, for the people. So recognizing that I can only do so much was a
Mhm.
very big portion of it, and accepting the fact that I won't be able to, quote unquote, save everyone. Like,
Mhm.
True, true,
realizing,
true.
like, hey, I will do the children that I get, I will work on them, I will work towards them, and I will do what I need to do. And then, I will try to put everything else in the proper channels, and then just let go of the rest. And that was one of the biggest things, that I had to hurdles that I had to get over, is because I wanted to see it all the way through. It's like,
Mm.
but when you come in with social work and case management, your job is to ensure safety. Once that is get in place, then you pass it on to the therapist, then you pass it on to whomever to move forward, and you go on to the next person. So that's why I wanted to move over to this end, where I can actually have conversations with these children, with these young men, with these families, and really
Most
impact
definitely.
on this end, where I can actually see the fruits that's
Mhm.
Mhm.
bared over time, versus, you only get up to 30 days at the very max with a child, and then you're on to the next one,
Mm.
or a
Certainly,
child of.
certainly. Yeah, so I know earlier you spoke about my big black therapist. I want to just circle back there, because I know you talked about the purpose of it is to help just change the like the stigma that people see and people view. So with my big black therapist, like is there a end game goal there? Like, of course, I know it's gonna begin to shift the stigma on the front end, but like what is the end game goal there? How do you know
Mhm.
when we reach that? Can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I know you're really passionate about my big black therapist.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I don't think, my goal is to, if I can impact one person,
Mhm.
Mm,
then that's I've done my job. Um, my preacher always talks about, everybody has a turn. That's one of his favorite terms that he lets people know. Like, everybody works a shift,
Mhm.
and I felt it called that in this season. My shift is to challenge and process authenticity. My shift
mm,
is to live my authentic life. I am the same way. I'm the same way at church. I'm the same way in the therapeutic room. I'm the same way at the house. I'm the same way in every area that I'm in. And that's my goal, is to be me and let people know that it's okay to be yourself.
Mm.
And in you
Mm.
being yourself, those who are attracted, those who understand, will be the ones who will move forward and support you, and you can still have success in it.
Right.
When I felt called to talk with my big black therapist, I reached out to a lot of people I looked up to, and several of them shot it down. It was like, bro, that's not professional enough. That's not this. That's not that.
Mm.
People that I looked up to, that I really, valued their opinion,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to change it in a space that I wasn't comfortable with. So I realized in that season, like, hey, it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. Same concept that I utilize with social work. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be able to save everybody. I'm not gonna be able to reach everybody. But if I can
True.
reach one person that says, "Bro, I struggle with that," like, and I appreciate you even being you, that helped me be me, that helped me move in that space, then I've done my job,
Mm-hmm.
and my goal is continue to march in this space of authenticity, in this space of challenging those brands and those thought processes. It's a it's God says I'm through with it. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a good question, but yeah, I feel like my job is never going to end, because implicit biases are always going to be around, because
Gotcha.
we as a culture have not been able to acknowledge anything that we've done in the past as a whole.
Yeah.
Maybe individually. Go ahead.
No, it's just the fact that you were saying, like some people wasn't rocking with it when you first came up with the name My Big Black Therapist. And I can tell you when Jonathan was like, "Hey, I want to get Damani on the show. His name is Big Black Therapist." And I was like, "Big Black Therapist? Why would he call himself that? Big Black Therapist?" So totally makes sense. Glad you came on the show. I totally understand now because I mean, I just met you this past Saturday, and yes, you are
Yeah.
tall. And so you're like, "Oh my gosh, okay, well, maybe he does play basketball because he's tall." But yes, I definitely get the mission now. So I'm on board.
And I appreciate your I appreciate your honesty on that. And
Mhm.
the thing about it is, it's people think it's such a jarring name, but when you see me, this is what you think. I'm 6'9".
Yes.
I'm dark
Yeah.
Yeah.
skin, and I'm a therapist.
Yeah.
So when I walk in a room, they're like, "Man, that's a big guy. Oh, that's a black guy." And then they ask me what I do. I'm a therapist. So
Mhm.
you're automatically saying it in your head,
Yep.
but when we put the words together,
Mhm.
it becomes something. And that's
Right.
what I want to challenge. Why does it
Yeah.
become something when we put the words together? What has those words meant
Mhm.
in society,
Mm.
in our culture, that made it seem like that's something jarring or wrong to say? And that's when
Exactly.
we can have the conversation and start unpacking.
I love it. Okay, Jonathan, take us
That's
into
right. That's
commercial
right.
break
That's
really
right.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love how he set me up. He said the conversation we're unpacking. I'm about to say we're going to unpack more of this conversation with Damani when we return with more Speaker Success in the Morning after this quick commercial break. Looking for an exciting workout that's not only fun but makes you feel alive? It's time to step up your fitness. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese. That's your answer. This isn't your typical workout. Extreme Hip Hop with Treese is an energizing step workout that combines simple moves with fresh beats, both old and new, creating an atmosphere that makes fitness exciting. With a focus on all elements of fitness, cardio, muscular conditioning, flexibility, and balance, you're guaranteed to burn calories and get addicted to the energy. Extreme becomes your safe space, which is a welcome environment where everyone is accepted. It's where you can let go of those worries of the world and focus on getting healthy. Ready to get energized? Join Extreme Hip Hop with Treese today. All right, family. Welcome back to Speaker Success in the Morning, man. We're having a great conversation with Mr. Damani Anderson this morning, aka my big black therapist. So we're about to get ready to go ahead and dive back in, and just with this work, Damani, uh, and the where do I want to take this? Where do I want to take this? Where do I want to take this? So I know that you in this time, right? If you had the opportunity to, if you could speak to every man watching right now, right? Whether they're struggling silently, or maybe they're just out here carrying stress. What would you want them to hear today? Speak to the brothers, Damani. Speak to the brothers.
All right, fellas. One of the biggest things I always like to let people know is that it's okay to not be okay. Um, and what I want, especially for my fellas to do, is challenge everything. When it comes down to
Mm,
carrying the load of manhood, when it comes down to carrying the load of being a husband, being a father, challenge those concepts of where we learn those from.
mm,
Oftentimes, we learn things that are typically culturally specific and
mm,
can lead towards detrimental lives. Think about, one of the things that we learned, especially growing up. I literally just did a post about this last night. Um, you know, boys don't cry. Like, stop
mm.
crying, you acting like a girl.
Yeah.
Vulnerability. One of the things that we often learn as young men is that we can't be vulnerable about how we feel. Jonathan, you was at my house. You was at the crib this past weekend. We had a whole
Yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
outside about putting your hands up when you get tired, and how coaches
Mm,
tell you got to stand all the way up, and because you gotta look proud and this and that when your body is literally telling you to bend over because you need to breathe. Like,
mhm,
but what does that look like culturally? When we bend over, it looks when we're bending over, breathing, and we got our hands on our knees and we're huffing and puffing. It looks like a sign of weakness. So therefore, in
mhm,
order to look like a sign of strength that you're getting through and that you're pushing through it, stand upright because that's how real men do these things. That's how those are all things. Challenge why we learn those things because those concepts often lead towards detrimental positions. As men, we are higher risk at suicide right now. We are dying at an earlier age.
yeah.
Now granted, yes, we take more at-risk jobs, but it's not just the jobs that are doing that for us. It's the fact that even mentally, I see these gentlemen on a weekly basis. Even mentally, we don't allow ourselves ability to process how we feel and express ourselves in a space that is safe for us, and we hold on to that, and that affects
Mhm,
us, and that affects our body, that affects our chemical imbalances, that affects all of those different things that can definitely attack our health. So, if I could pour into anything, man, challenge where you learn those things from, and how is that benefiting your life right now, and is that what manhood looks like? Is that what a
mm.
holistic life looks like if you continue to move in that path?
Man, I really love that, especially the challenge. I love the part where you're really pushing us and encouraging us to challenge everything because the way that our dad and our grandparents parented and were husbands and were fathered like that it doesn't look the same in 2025, right? We're not operating and moving just like they did, and because things have changed, the environment has changed. So I really
Drastically.
love that. Yeah, I really love that, and that's encouraging to even know because shoot, I was talking with somebody the other day and I was saying that being a father now and just being engaged, and it's like how can I really control what's going on in my house, and how can I really control, like you talking about earlier, like me not creating certain traumas or being as intentional as possible, to create a conducive household for my young boys being raised up, and being able to where I can look back and be like, I'm proud of this, right? I'm proud of what
Yeah.
we did and what we accomplished here. So yeah, man, I like that. That's dope. So what are some conversations, Damani, that you think that in terms of like what are some conversations you think that fathers should be having with with their sons and with their daughters about mental health, knowing that this is something that this is something that isn't as often discussed. Like I'm just gonna kick it to you. I'm gonna kick it to you. What are some conversations you think that fathers should be having with their kids these days about mental health?
um I think that fathers should be first before we even have a conversation about mental health. We need to explore our own mental health. It's
Mm,
hard. It's easy to say, yeah, let's talk about mental health, but if you haven't navigated that space in your own life with your own traumas, with your own issues, then what conversations are you really having with your children? And how
mm,
one of the things children feed off of, they see more than what is said.
mm,
There is a poem that says, I'd rather see a sermon than to hear one any day. I'd rather one walk with me than just show me the way. Like,
mm,
I'd rather see you do something than just tell me. So having a conversation about mental health, but yet, I don't see daddy taking time for himself. I don't see daddy, prioritizing his own mental health. I see is him working all the time. All I see is him, doing this and that, but he's never mentioned going to see a therapist. He's never mentioned doing any of these things. Then what are we really
Mhm.
doing? So the very first thing I will recommend is process your own mental health, process your own upbringing. Talk to a professional about it. Find ways that how does my upbringing impact my children's lives?
Mm.
Because the way that we parent, especially when we're in a co-parenting situation, especially if we become married and we're in a relationship, now you see a dynamic of parenting because I bring in what I learned growing up, and
Yeah,
my wife brings in, or my partner brings in what they learned growing up. And
man.
now we're in a space of, well, hey, this is how I handle things, and now this is how they handle things, and we're at war.
Mhm.
So being able to understand why is it that I'm so hard, like why is it that I'm really big on boundaries and so tough on my sons, but on my daughters I'm not. What did I see
Mm.
growing up? How did I experience that growing up, and how has that impacted the way that I parent now? So
Yeah.
being able to understand your own parenting style, the way that you parent, the reason behind parenting in that space, and setting those boundaries and different things like that first can help mitigate your understanding so that when the topic of mental health comes up, you can be able to do it. Now, once you're in that field, the next step is to being able to create a safe space. So allowing your children opportunity to express how they feel, giving them
Mm.
an open opportunity to have a conversation about what they want and what they need, and be receptive of criticism. Oftentimes, growing up, that's not
Mhm.
something that you don't talk back.
Mm-mm.
Anything, any type of talk, any type of rebuttal is disrespect. When in all actuality, you may just be curious. My 4-year-old daughter asks me a million questions, and it drives me crazy sometimes. But I had to realize like this is a space of her learning. She's never experienced these things. She's never, seen these things. So she's literally
Right.
asking why because she's trying to learn. So being able to give your children a space to express themselves is what's going to help them when they become teenagers and they experience certain things. And instead of them turning to their friends or turning to social media, there's a higher probability that they may ask mommy and daddy because you've created that space for so long.
Man. Yeah, and man, and just speaking about creating a safe space, man. This past weekend was good, Damani. This past weekend, I text you on the side, and I text Calvin on the side. Shout out to shout out to the Daddy Stroller Social Club, right? Because
There
man,
you
just
go.
getting yeah, man. There you go, rolling into it. But just having the opportunity, bro, to be able to be in the backyard with black men and just talking about life and talking about parenting and talking about business. But even before that, earlier that day, then we were out and you see all these black dads and them with their sons and changing diapers and just doing these things that because even in my own mind, Damani, even in my own mind, even though as I'll go and I'll change my son's diaper or seeing a man change a diaper in public, like it's like I have to unpack just certain understandings in my mind of manhood
Yeah,
and of fatherhood and what this looks like. And it's like, why am I even thinking that? But bro, it was just refreshing for me to,
yeah,
to be around y'all and to be able to just just talk about manhood, just talk about life, bro. It was good. It was a great safe
absolutely.
space and man, I text Calvin. I was like, man, Calvin, bro, I feel like I'm part. I feel like I'm part of the family, man. I feel like I'm part of the family. And then surely Calvin
You are,
responded
bro.
back, "You are, yeah, you are." So man, I just want to thank y'all, man. For creating that space, with the Daddy Stroller Social Club, and man, because it was just good to my heart, man. It was good to my heart.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't want to leave, bro. I didn't want to leave your house, but we had the kids, so we had to go. But I was like, oh,
I
y'all going up in
remember
the man cave?
we was sitting
Let's get in
upstairs.
it.
You was like, okay, guys. I'm gonna just look. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I was like, hey, okay, just quick show and tell. I'm out of here. I gotta get going. But yeah, man. So man, so Damani, I definitely want to honor your time. I want to roll into this last part of the show. So we're gonna play a quick game.
Okay,
It's gonna be a quick rapid fire game, and but just before you leave, right? Just before you leave, and this is gonna be a finish the sentence game, all right? So it's gonna be
okay.
quick fire, fill in the blank, just to showcase your perspective and just to showcase some of your values. So, Damani, are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Center yourself. Center yourself. Okay. Here we go. Real strength in a man looks like blank.
Vulnerability,
Mm. A therapist's pet peeve is.
not communication.
Mm. When I'm overwhelmed, I.
Stop and breathe and pray.
The first step to healing is.
Admitting that there's space for you to heal, that you need to heal.
Mm. Men need to talk more about blank.
Their insecurities.
Oh man. All right. All right. Man, whatever.
Man, that was deep.
Yeah, man.
They were good answers.
Hey.
That was deep. Yeah. That was really
There we
good.
Thought I
go.
was
There
on
we
a
go.
game show for a second.
Right. Right.
I mean, it was given Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It was really given Who Wants to Be a Millionaire a little bit. Yeah, a
Right.
little bit. A
Right.
little bit.
Right.
But
Thank you
man,
so much, Damani, for coming on the show. I enjoyed
Thank
listening
y'all
to
so
you.
much,
Yeah,
man.
I enjoyed listening to you. Jonathan?
yeah,
Y'all done woke
man.
me up. Now I'm ready for my babies to get up. So
Yeah, I mean, it's your wake up time, your brain's about to turn on in a little bit. So, we got it on early. So you should be good to go for the day. Nice.
That part.
yep.
Yeah, that part, man. Damani, thank you so much for stopping by. Everybody out there who's watching, who's streaming, who's tapped in, y'all be sure to tap in with Damani at My Big Black Therapist on Instagram. Y'all, he puts out great content, innovative content, applicable content, and like real situational, real things that you can apply to your life. Because I've been watching the content, I'm like, yeah, this is good. When the last time you cried and don't do this as a man? So y'all be sure to tap in with him at My Big Black Therapist on Instagram. Damani, once again, thank you so much, brother, for stopping by. And we're gonna be right back with more Speaking Success, getting ready to close out the show after this quick commercial break. Do you want to feel confident in your skin every day? Introducing Skin Rituals, a luxury home-based skin studio that specializes in hyperpigmentation, acne, and personalized treatments for every skin type. Owned by solo esthetician and registered nurse Courtney Durham, Skin Rituals is all about curating facial treatments designed just for you. Hydrate, brighten, nourish, and soothe your skin with expert care and cutting-edge techniques that promote natural healing. Whether you're looking for a relaxing facial or a transformative chemical peel, Skin Rituals offers results-driven treatment tailored to your needs. With over 7 years of experience, Courtney's goal is to help you safely achieve the healthy skin that you deserve. At Skin Rituals, we believe that taking care of your skin is an investment in your confidence. Book your appointment today and leave every session feeling grateful for the choice that you made to take care of yourself. Skin Rituals, because your skin deserves the very best. Family, Speaking Success in the morning here. We are 47 minutes after the hour. And I just want to remind y'all, if y'all have not hit that subscribe button, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tapped in to the channel. Hit the thumbs up. Hit one of them right there.
Oh.
Okay, hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any episodes because we're live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Central Standard to 7 a.m. Central Standard. And y'all, as y'all see, we have these type conversations every single week. Right, we had Damani on, and he got to give us some insight and share. Just like
it was a great
Producer Britt.
conversation, and then the
Yeah.
father conversation about the men and everything.
But the men folk, yeah.
The men folk,
the men folk. Yeah, but I mean, these are conversations we need to have more often. And as I was sitting in the backyard, I was like, man, this would because you know how my mind works. I'm sitting there, I'm like, man,
great content. We didn't
this
mic
would be
everybody
great
up and put them on a
put the mic-
podcast right
get
now.
the mic
Go ahead
hanging
and put
from
a
somewhere.
put a boom mic in the center right there.
camera-
We
get
pick
the
up
camera right
everybody
over
audio
there.
right there.
Say, just put the camera right over there. Get the other camera right there. Man, that's a good two shot. But what like I mean, just having those conversations.
Yeah.
Like, cause I really did. Because I told who that tell. I think I told my wife. I was like, this was the first time like I felt like a part of something. And like it wasn't a heavy lift, a part of a group, and just connected. And it's organic. It's organic.
Right.
So, this is we need this, man. We need this in 2025 and beyond.
Come on, black men. Yeah, you do your thing. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just, I had to say it on the show when he was here because I was like, my big black therapist. So, and you know how I felt about that because I was like, Well, he call himself that. But it's a mission. There's a mission for the big black therapist, and the name because you see him, he's big and he's black and he's a therapist. So one,
Yeah.
two, three, literally in that order. So
Look at that.
look
Look at us
at
all
that.
learning. Look at us all learning and
Look at
unlearning at
us
the
taking our
same
time
time.
to learn. I love it. I love it. I love
Well,
it. I love
praise
it.
God for that. Yeah, praise God. What today? What we still Wellness Wednesday. Um,
Hey y'all, we got to be honest with y'all. I ain't fell off my wellness train.
oh,
I
producer
didn't get to
Britt.
do it yesterday,
Ah,
and okay, I didn't charge my Apple Watch. And like sometimes when you don't charge your Apple Watch, you're like, none of this even counts because it's not being accounted for.
first
But
world
been
problem.
working out before Apple Watches, Brittany. So I need to get out there. So I
Hilarious.
apologize, guys. I have to hold myself accountable. But I
Hmm.
did buy my fruits and my veggies to juice,
Oh,
and
that's good.
don't have to be to work till like 1:30. So I'll probably juice before I go into work today.
Juicy
Cause
fruit, juicy fruit. That's what's
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. So
That's what's up.
I'll probably just do everything. I'll probably go on my walk and then I'll do my
Hmm.
juicing and then
Hmm.
go ahead and go into work.
I
So
guess I might get in a run then too, cause it's man, this Texas heat make it real easy not to run. Okay, and
no,
at nine
there's some
o'clock it's
dedicated
still
people
90
out there and they
degrees.
still be running. But I mean, I
Congratulations
guess that's
to
a
them.
good thing because I guess you get more sweat out. You get more sweat out your pores. You're just
I don't
running
know
in the sauna. Instead of sitting in the sauna, you're running in the sauna
that,
because
but
outside is the
mm,
sauna and you can just run in the sauna and get the heat that you need and get those toxins out your body and sweat it all out. Am
mm,
I anything to do with exercise, nutrition? No, that is
I
just
was about to say,
my opinion because it's
let's say,
so
watch the
hot
read.
outside. Ozzy.
Man, what? Because you know how when you already run, like, and then you stop running, then like your heart's beating fast, and I don't know for you if
Yeah,
you get like
you
that heat
see,
wave after
yeah, you
you
see
like even if it's not super
little
super hot, but
spots.
that
Yeah,
well nah that means you need to drink some water. You need to stop what you're doing and just sit down because that means you're about to faint in like
that
three
means you're about
seconds.
to faint, right?
But yeah, that means you're about to faint any moment now. But I'm talking about like after you run and then you get that like you stop and you get that heat wave rush. But that's even when it's not hot outside. So when it's hot outside,
Mm.
boom, got the domino heat wave coming like you in a heat wave
Uh-oh.
bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bad. So I don't know because I also have fallen off my journey. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna run on the weekends, but I'm gonna
That
do
don't matter.
something. Man, well, last night I
Hey,
real quick before I got
okay.
it in, I got some did a little lift.
Last night, I was like, it's too, well, like I said, it's too hot to run at this point because it's like 5 o'clock. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
it's almost, I mean, it's still peak right now. It's still hot. And so I was on TikTok live, boom, boom, boom. I was scrolling. Next thing you know, I found this lady. Her name was like Tony J workout or something like that. I screen shared that mug on my TV. I went to go get my resistance bands, and she had a live
Okay.
class, and I did my workout. So I
She
did
had a
my
live class on
workout,
TikTok. Oh my goodness,
live
they
workout class on TikTok for the
getting it
free,
in.
and
Oh,
then
follow.
next thing you know, I had my resistance bands. Only thing I was like, dang, I ain't got no dumbbells, but I can make,
Mm.
I can change that. But anything
Well,
else,
hmm.
yeah, it might be an indoor workout right now, just
I
to
mean,
let you.
all summer long. But I mean, but I think, but I also think this is a great learning. I think there's also a great learning point
Mm-hmm.
here is just understanding that yeah, I mean, you want to get whatever results, you want to do whatever workout, but like we have to be realistic with ourselves. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm gonna run every day too, and I was doing it. I did it for like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
but then it was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I
But
don't know how
it's
realistic it is
that's
maintaining
that,
this.
21 days to make a habit and then, that drop off, that 14-day drop off, that's a real thing. So, um,
I mean, but here's
we
the
both
crazy thing
dropped
about
off.
that. Here's the crazy thing about that. You know
What?
that's actually not proven, right? The whole 21 days make a habit. That's actually not
Well,
proven. People just be lying. They 21 days to make a habit ebook. $9.99. Go ahead and get that. I ain't buying that. Hey, coaches, okay, fitness coaches. Here we
well,
go.
I guess
But
you don't have to make
either
it a
way,
habit,
either
but I
way.
mean, just, stay consistent. But I
Well, yeah,
mean,
but I also
that's
think I
even
mean,
hard to do.
but then you got the variation where you can just like if we shift from I have to do this to me getting something in, like, yeah, I got something instead of like I have to run 2 miles. I got in a little lift today. Like this still counts. It's still progress. That's what I'm on right now.
So
Just
you're just
understanding, like,
making baby steps.
I mean, just progress. Yeah, progress. The work is the work, man. The
You
work
can
is the
push
work.
yourself. You can. I mean, you should challenge yourself.
I'm not. No, no, no.
And I
I'm
think
not.
that's the thing where
I'm
it's like, oh well, I did it. I did 10-minute workout. That 10-minute workout ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Nah,
So
you great. Do a 10-minute circuit. No breaks. 10-minute circuit, no breaks. 3 sets on 3
I was
exercises.
doing a lady workout, and I was like, they
Say,
are working up in here. Okay, it was almost
say,
like, I mean, all I needed was a little step up thing. I would have been in a retreat.
jazzercise.
I would
Hey,
have been in a
that
retreat.
jazzercise ain't nothing to play with. You understand?
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on pushing yourself, but also like
If the
there's a lot of
days
factors
that
that's in
you
play.
can't, if there's
Yeah,
days
yeah,
that you
yeah,
can't, I
yeah,
totally understand. Like a little stretch, a little here, a little there, a little
yeah.
dumbbell, a little
Yeah,
jumping
everywhere.
jack. I'm about to get me a jump
Yeah.
rope and just call it a day, because that's the best one right there, but
Ooh,
that's the best
you gonna
one.
get a regular jump rope, gonna get that
I'm
weighted
just gonna
jump
me a
rope boy.
regular jump rope like we used
Go
to
ahead,
in basketball
get that weighted jump rope boy. He be
and
out the game.
do my thing. But yeah, man.
20 minutes of that though. 20 minutes of that full body workout, you set.
Set.
Ripped up, gonna washboard the abs and everything. That thing say
Jonathan, that might
forearms.
be the move. I'm going to buy a jump rope today. Okay.
Mm, I ain't mad at it. Cause shoot, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, just step outside for 20 minutes. Do that for 20 minutes.
Do that for 20 minutes. I'd rather, instead of running, I just stay right there in place. Maybe
Jump,
walk a little bit around the.
uh,
So that's
the
black
jump
people
rope
for
ain't
you.
bad.
Black people trying
Jump
to
rope
find a
ain't
way
bad.
to do everything but just do what you're supposed to do. That's funny.
I mean, that we just supposed to get in. We supposed to get in like 20 to 30 minutes of fitness a day, is what they tell us. So I think that's yeah, okay.
Because
I
it's a
might,
hundred.
give
Look
me
at
that with
you
a jump
stealing
rope
my
too.
idea.
I'm about to give
Trying
me
to.
a jump rope too.
I'm
I'm
going to
about
give
to
me a
give me
jump
a
rope.
jump rope too,
Give
because
me
that's
a
cardio.
jump rope.
That's
That's
cardio.
cardio. Yep. Go
Cardio. You got your
ahead.
forearms. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get the washboard.
Legs.
Washboard. You let because you on them tippy
Because you're
toes.
on them
Oh,
toes.
mobility.
I might bring that jump rope to
Ooh.
work and just start jumping. You never know.
Jump rope is gonna be the move. Because after you do, if you do 20 minutes straight, that sweat gonna be different.
Yeah, and then stand outside and do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh
give me a little
yeah,
jump
yeah.
rope.
And then
I'm gonna go to
good
Five
dip,
Below or
a
Pop and
good dip.
Shop, and then yeah, give me a
That
little jump
jump
rope.
rope ain't gonna last. You need to go
Okay,
to
where you gonna
like
get your jump rope from? We gonna get a Dick's jump rope, $35 jump rope.
you can go to Walmart, get a jump rope. They got the
That
whole
is
weight
true.
section. Yeah, don't ever give up on Walmart. Don't ever give
I
up.
got some of that. Shoot, I got some of the Walmart weightlifting gloves, so I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
saying.
a
Yeah,
member.
go to
Oh, and we
Walmart in
not.
the athletic section.
Yeah, because
Going to Target.
we're not boycotting Walmart just yet. So
Walmart stay 10 toes down. So in my opinion, they always been
say
like
you see,
that.
but you seen Jamal Bryant. Speaking of, you seen Jamal Bryant call out the black church because they took that $300 donation from Target.
$300.
300,000.
Oh wow.
300,000. Yeah, we'll talk about that
Wow.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
We'll
we
talk
talk
about
about
that
that tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah,
We
yeah,
got
yeah.
we got attorney Dr. Jones coming on tomorrow.
I gotta confirm. I gotta confirm, but
Okay.
I believe we do have
All
Attorney
right.
Jones
He
coming on
back from the
tomorrow.
yacht. We need you
Yeah,
back, Dr.
say
Jones.
cruising on that ocean. Say cruising on that ocean. Hey, y'all! Once again, if y'all have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. All you gotta do is type in "Speak Your Success
Make sure
Media"
you
on
give us a
YouTube.
thumbs up as well.
Give us the thumbs up. And then also, I mean, if you don't listen to us on YouTube or watch us on YouTube, you can catch us on any audio streaming platform. Just type in "Speak Your Success in the Morning"
Mm-hmm.
with Jonathan Jones and producer Britt, and it'll pop up. You don't have to type the whole thing, but either way. And if you happen to listen to audio, feel free to go ahead and give us a 5-star review. Go ahead, write a little rating. And for all you know, you could be the successor of the week. You know what I'm talking about, producer
You
Britt?
sound like an Uber driver. Give me
Successor of the week. You know what I'm
give
saying?
me a
Just
five-star review.
call them out, show them love. So yeah, y'all tap in because and also if you're in the DFW area, we want to meet you, we want to connect with you. We've been reaching out to local businesses. We trying to pop up on y'all. Okay,
For
we not
real.
playing. Like I told y'all last weekend we was at a football camp. Last weekend was at Daddy's Stroller Social Club event.
Mm-hmm.
We everywhere and we in your city, okay? Because this
Yeah.
is our city. So let us know where you at. Let us know your business. Let us know how we can pop up on you, get this thing going. Producer Britt, you got
I
any final
agree.
word for the
I
people?
agree. Go out there, have a happy Wednesday, and go buy you a jump rope and get moving.
Hey, jump rope your success. Okay, jump
Bye,
rope.
guys.
All right, y'all, man. Dang. Oh, so yeah. Final thought, man. Final thought. Just like just like Damani, what he talked about, really unpacking biases and different things like that. Y'all challenge everything. All right, challenge everything. Just because this is the way your parents did it, just because somebody told you this is the way to do it, that don't mean that's the way it got to get done. All right, challenge everything. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm Jonathan Jones. That's producer Britt. Family, and this is Speak Your Success in the Morning. You can find us everywhere at Speak Your Success in the AM. Be sure to follow us, like us, comment, send a message, and we'll respond back because we're real people. But family, remember, all right? Speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why would you and why should you live any other